In this video, I'm going to be going over how I'm outreaching for my AI automation agency. So, if you guys have seen the previous videos, you know that I've recently started an AI automation agency, and I have some experience with outreach. I've had a digital marketing agency in the past, so I'm kind of taking those skills from there, applying them to this agency, and that's my plan. We're going to get into the specifics, how I'm doing it, what platforms, how to get leads on those platforms. We're not going to go super in depth in finding leads, but if you guys are interested in doing that or in that type of video, then I could do that. And then the 3 keys to standing out, because these companies are getting outreached all the time. So first, let me take a big chug. Okay. Best platforms. These are pretty standard. Some people add Facebook in there. I'm not a big Facebook guy. Cold email. Cold email, you're not going to get a very high response rate, but you are going to be able to do a lot of volume quick. And there's really good ways to personalizing it. Cold calling. Cold calling is really good because it's way more personal than any outreach. It's a lot harder to reject you. But I'll be honest, cold calling is very hard. It's something I recently started, and I actually recorded my first cold calls, and it was crazy. But the good thing is, once you start cold calling, it's a great skill to be able to do, to actually just call someone up, kind of be fearless, because I'm telling you, it is a little nerve-wracking. For some reason, there's just something about it. It just sucks. But it's a great way to actually get in contact with people and get responses, and actually, sell people. It's a lot better than all of the other ones, to be completely honest. Unless you build a personal brand on Instagram or LinkedIn, then those are better because those you have instant trust. But cold calling is good, so I recommend LinkedIn and Instagram, 2 social media platforms, very good for outreach. A lot of prospects, obviously, depending on your niche. Everything is pretty much niche dependent. Everyone should pretty much do emails. Most people should do cold calling, I would say. And Instagram and LinkedIn, those are just 2. If you do all 4 of these, which is currently what I'm in the process of implementing, that's going to be a lot of outreaches. So that's awesome. So best tools to find leads for cold calling and cold email: Apollo.io. Look up tutorials on Apollo. They're great. You can get a ton of leads quick. You do kind of have to pay. So it's like $50 for 10,000, I think. The problem is there's this whole thing with exporting, but there are videos out there teaching you how to export like thousands of leads for just $50, which usually you could export 1,000 for $50, but there's ways around that. Look up videos, go to Apollo.io, 100%. You'll just get a huge list of leads, like thousands of leads. It's insane. Cold calling, also Google. This just takes a lot longer to actually find prospects because you have to search, you have to take all the numbers. It's just a lot more work up front, but it's definitely an option. LinkedIn, SalesNav, free trial. Dripify.io, also free trial. 100%, this is how you get leads on LinkedIn. Don't be searching like your industry. Get the Sales Navigator free trial. Get the Dripify free trial. And use them. You'll get thousands of leads quick. So it's unmatched. And then Instagram is the only one where you really have to do manually, which kind of sucks because it takes a while. But there you kind of just search. So my niche is insurance. So I'll search insurance and then follow people. And then by the end of that, I'll just click on one of their accounts. I'll go to their followers or their following. And usually they're following other insurance agents. So you just scroll through, take all the insurance agents, open new tabs, and then you just add them to your lead list. So that is the most time consuming one, but you could also do it pretty quick. In like an hour you'll have a lot, enough. So there you go. That's how you get your leads. How do you actually get prospects to respond? So this is a copywriting concept. If anyone has any experience in copywriting, you have definitely heard this before. Disrupt, intrigue, click. So when you write copy, any type of copy, emails, social media posts, if you do, videos, even like TikToks, you disrupt, you intrigue, and then you have your CTA. This is standard for sales, marketing, all that. So let me explain. With cold email, you want to open it up with something that's going to disrupt. So the subject line is what they read. The subject line needs to be something that's disrupting, that actually makes them think. So a lot of people say quick question, stuff like that. Quick question for name. If you could do that, perfect. Because they see their name and they're probably going to open it. There's a lot of other better ones too that you could do, but you kind of have to test with that. And then you're going to start in the email with, this is what's in it for me. Another copywriting concept or sales concept in general. You want to start it off with something that is intriguing, that would interest them because they could see the benefit. And then you're going to want to do your pitch, do results, do something that adds curiosity to it. Maybe use social proof, something that actually gets them intrigued. So these two are pretty much the intrigue, and then this, ask to schedule the call, is the click. So subject line is the disrupt. These two, intrigue. Be benefit focused. Explain how it could help them. Explain that other people are doing it. There's a ton of like sales persuasion tactics you could use, social proof, things like that. Curiosity. So just play around with those. That's what they should have. Cold calling. These are all going to be very similar, by the way. So the intro and the what's in it for me. So you say, hi, this is blank from wherever. Boom, boom. And you start right off the bat after they say hi and they respond. You start with something, what's in it for me? What's benefit focused? What's something like, how can they benefit? What's going to make them want to continue to listen on, basically. Pitch, results, curiosity, same thing. You want to build up that curiosity. You want to maybe explain your results. You want to tell them, what it is you offer exactly. Well, not exactly, because you want to still keep the curiosity. There's kind of a balance. And then you want to ask for the call. Instagram, this is good. Ask them a question. So, if they are a real estate agent, you'll say, what towns do you focus on? Something like that. Something that's going to make them respond. That's the disrupt. The pitch, use curiosity. Again, you don't want to completely give it away, but you do want to give them details about what it is and how it can help. The main focus they're thinking is, how can this help me? If they don't think it could help, then they're not going to want to do it. But you also have to make it different, right? Because you don't just want to be basic. So come up with a formula, a way to pitch your services in a way that seems different from everything else out there. A way I like to do this is by using social proof. It doesn't really make it different, but what it does is it says, if I tell them all these other agents are implementing AI into their business, which is helping them get results, then they're thinking, okay, well, all these other people are doing it, so I got to do it. All right, and I'm just right there to help them do it, So it's coming up with a different angle, or an angle where they would actually be intrigued, let's say. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And then ask to schedule the call. These are all very similar, like I said at the beginning, but there's just kind of different ways of doing it. LinkedIn, I like to just spark the conversation, ask them how their week is, or ask them something casual. With LinkedIn, it's different because you connect with people, which basically means you got to add them and they got to add you back. So you guys connect with each other instead of Instagram where it's just following. So that's why I like to spark the conversation. Say it's good to connect with you. How's your week going? And then you start going back and forth a little bit, and then you bring up your pitch, and then you ask for the call. LinkedIn, you could be a little more straightforward because people respond a lot more. They're a lot more open to networking and things like that. So LinkedIn's a good spot. The 3 keys to standing out. Here we go. Provide value up front. Super important. You could do this with what we like to do is voice messages and Loom videos. That covers actually all 3, as you could clearly see. Because you make it personal, you provide value by giving them information, and Loom videos are the best way to do that. So I'm telling you guys, you got to do this. This is like, if you want to schedule calls, not for cold calling, obviously, but for email, for Instagram, for LinkedIn, you have to do these. I'm telling you. This is the 3 keys to standing out, really. A lot of people are starting to catch on to this, but it's still new. A lot of people don't want to put in the effort to record videos for all their prospects, or for at least their warm prospects. So this will actually make you stand out. People love the personalization. If you're on their page and you make them a video, that's going to catch their attention. That's going to show that you took the time out to record and to actually help them. It makes them feel good. Think about it. If someone was outreaching to you and they made you a video, a personal video, that you would be like, oh, okay, wow, this guy is actually reaching out to me. He's a real person. So Loom videos are great. Provide value by teaching them more about, why they need it or what it is, right? For AI automation, you'll teach them that all these other people are implementing AI into their business and they need to also do it. You tell them how it could benefit them, and then, be on their account, be personal, record the video. Boom, simple. And now this is my shameless plug. Follow me on Instagram if you want to connect. A lot of you guys have already done that, so thanks for hitting me up. We've DM'd, we've chatted a little bit, so that's dope. Always a good time chatting with you guys. So follow me. Here you go. It's right here. This is my profile. We could connect. We could talk. If you guys got any questions, you could ask me personally. Help you out with cold calling. You could help me out with cold calling. Boom, boom. Equal value. It'll be a good time, good conversations. Thank you all for watching. If you want a video on how to do something more specifically, like find leads, like actually make the Loom videos, whatever it is, let me know. This is just kind of me on my journey of building an AI automation agency. So if you guys are on the same journey, let's connect. Let's do it together. It's always great meeting new people and getting a network together. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time, I'll talk to you soon.